Founders of over 40 companies, owners of the largest global business training company, Industry Rockstar, training over 400,000 business owners in 26 different countries, 30-time award-winning entrepreneurs, 2-time international best-selling authors, and personally invited to share the stage with Tony Robbins, Richard Branson, Bill Clinton, Tony Blair, Robert and Kim Kiyosaki, and many other thought leaders, Kane Alessia Minkus.
In preparing for this presentation, we shared with our kids that we would be speaking at the Harvard Club of Boston. And our 9-year-old looked at us and he asked us, what would we be speaking about? And we said, well, we don't know yet, but it will probably be something about how to become better in your business, how to achieve the highest level of success in business. So he looked at us and said, wow, how does someone do that?
So I said, you eat your vegetables, you do everything we tell you to do, and it will work out.
He said, well, that will be a short speech. So we said, okay, well, we will think about something a little bit more compelling, and we will come back to you to have your approval.
So upon reflection of our journey through business, launching dozens of companies, creating hundreds of millions of dollars, we realized that there was something that really shifted for us, that we had to transcend our own family values, our own cultural values, and of course all the beliefs that we were taught that really didn't help us. And we realized that we actually transitioned through a set of identities, a real set of changes as to how we identified ourselves in the world. It turns out there were actually 5 identities that we shifted through. And those identities allowed us to start actually expressing ourselves in a world that just changed the actual results for us.
We realized as well that we went through these identities very fast. While for some people it takes their whole life, we went through the first evolution of these 5 identities before we were 30 years old. Now, not only that, but we actually decoded what enabled us and others to get such a fast evolution in business and life. And now we have trained over 400,000 business owners live in 26 different countries on those techniques. So today we would like to share about these 5 identities.
So identity number 1 is the willingness to be seen and be judged versus the belief that you are not good enough. Most people are working their whole lives proving that they are good enough versus allowing their markets or audiences to really see their flaws or to be able to receive consistent ongoing feedback. It's that hiding and that disconnection from their markets and from their audiences that actually stunts their acceleration, their growth. The business owners, entrepreneurs, and even just the people that can stay in their hearts and stay connected and stay vulnerable and stay open actually accelerate their progress and specifically their ability to get visibility.
The identity number 2 is the willingness to be a contribution instead of coming from the belief that you are not good enough or you cannot make a difference. Most people believe that they cannot truly make an impact in the world or they're not capable of that, and therefore they reduce their aim. Now, those that instead engage the world coming from the gift that they are to the planet and their right to be here since they've been chosen by the universe to be here and contribute, they will achieve the highest level of success.
The third one is fun. It's a willingness to feel pride with freedom versus guilt without being busy or without working hard. Now, most people spend their lives being busy or working hard because they've been handed that down from generations of their families. Our grandparents used to always say, work hard. Our parents then, of course, said, don't work hard, but work what? Smart. Exactly. Now, it got to our generation, and we said, we don't want to work hard, we don't want to work smart, we don't want to work at all. And so these safety patterns of having to be busy, we learned that we would be respected if we were busy. We learned that people, you get pride out of being busy. So the problem is that for entrepreneurs and business owners, as we delegate, as we systematize, as we automate, as we hand things off, we actually find ourselves less important in systems. And that becomes a serious conflict if you have not actually progressed through the identity of where you actually feel pride and emptiness, allowing yourself to actually be proud of having nothing to do.
The fourth identity is the willingness to embrace leadership, not because you are in front, but because you become the conduit to a greater message than yourself. Now, most business owners think that success is actually a way to get the laugh that they didn't get from their parents, and they want to get it from their audience or from their markets. They see success as a way to experience love, and they get frustrated when they understand this won't work. Some never achieve their fullest potential because their markets and their audiences can sense that their intentions come from need and not from the desire of contribution. Business owners, instead, that achieve the highest level of success become a messenger to a greater message that can serve everyone in their audience and in their market.
And the last identity that we noticed we went through as we progressed through our business growth is the willingness to stay connected to the inner child. This essence of curiosity and playfulness, the essence of surrender and being fully in the moment, adults give up all the time. It's a little bit that Peter Pan feel. And of course, I grew up in a house where my father said, grow up, go to law school. But I didn't want to grow up, became a musician and never grew up, and decided that actually the more I would connect to my inner child, the more I could actually keep that curiosity, that state of playfulness, that state of really being in the now. From pain and mistakes, most people close off. They decide that it's more safe than instead of being innocent. Naivety could be dangerous. And when you actually embrace those childhood states and you continue in that, you get to accelerate your place of influence. Because aren't children the most influential people we know? They get everything.
So we came back to our 9-year-old, and we gave them this explanation. And he looked at us and said, I think that I prefer just eating my vegetables and doing everything that you tell me to do. And we said, for now, that's good enough.